Hello designers, this is Mr. Granlund here, and I'm going to go through some things about logo design. I'm going to just turn off my speakers here for a minute. Now, logo design, the things that make a successful logo are simplicity, relevance, versatility, uniqueness, and it's memorable. Now, all the great logos that we think of, whether it's, the Nike swoosh or all kinds of things like, the HP logo. There's lots of different logos. They all have, there's not a ton going on. It's not about having the most detailed, lifelike drawing in the world. It's something else at play. It's this idea of minimalism. Okay, so I'm going to write those things down that help us make a good logo. So, simplicity, relevance, versatility, uniqueness, and memorable. Now, these aren't the only things that make for a good logo, but these are the things that companies often look for when they're deciding between logo designs. Is it simple, relevant, versatile, unique, and memorable? Okay, so the simplicity is about how much you're drawing. Try and make your logo with just one or two colors. That's it. Good logos will usually only be done in black and white, and then they'll just change the overall color later. Relevance is about kind of the research. Even though there's not very many pictures inside of the logo, all the things that are drawn are relevant to the things that are most important to that company's brand, and by extension, yours. Okay. Versatility. This logo is going to have to work on a credit card or business card or a billboard or the side of a computer or whatever, or a shoe. So you got to be able to put it everywhere and still have it be recognizable and beautiful. Uniqueness, you can't look like anything else. Don't Google logo because you're going to get something that's already made. And memorable. You want to make something that really just jumps out. It's really different from anything else, and it just gives you this kind of sense that, yeah, I like it. All right, so there's different kinds of marks that you can do, and one of the things that I recommend is that you use different tools to help you with your drawing, okay? So if you're going to do this on paper, I would recommend getting like a tape roll or, like a gift card or something like that, or even some folded paper to help you with your shapes. Let's see it. What else do I got around here? I got like a penny. I got some Legos. I got this thing. Okay. And what this does is it just gives us clean results about this. Okay. And so I'm going to make myself a logo. Now, because I haven't really done any of the research about exactly what I want this logo to mean or anything, there's going to be some things that kind of work about this logo and some things that don't really work about this logo. Like, one thing I'm noticing right now is that I need some different size circles. Oh, that's about the same size circle. Let's try this. This is a little adapter that holds a microphone. And let's see how I can add something to this. I have glasses, so I'm going to try and draw some glasses here. And use the rounded corners of this card, this might not work. But this at least gives me an idea. Now, by using this tool right here, I get much better results than if I just try to use my hand. My hand just can't draw a straight line. Like, okay, so I've practiced before, and I practiced a long time to draw, but even these lines are much straighter. People say I can't draw a straight line. Well, guess what? No one can, okay? Your hand is just not capable of doing that. But you can get some real interesting shapes with just some things that you find. And the nice thing about it is that they're just everywhere laying around the house. You may not even realize it. Now, if you have a small line that you have to draw, and go ahead, take your time and just try and draw that nice line. But anytime you're drawing a logo by hand, you're gonna wanna use some sort of object. That looks pretty nice. All right, now this would be a good way to develop some of your sketches on that formative assignment. Once you got something that you really like, then make sure that your final drawing is really, really clean. Make sure to try different things like filling in areas with textures or fully. Okay, I should probably get like a thicker marker to do this. Try color. But make sure when you're trying color, don't try more than 3 colors, because once you get past 3 colors, it becomes difficult to recognize parts of your logo in a design. You know, that's why, you know, all the Apple stuff is like just black and white or white on a colored background or something like that. So they're using lots of colors, like all these different kinds of pinks and stuff, but their actual logo, the circle with the music notes and stuff like that, is just white. So those kind of, you know, distinctions are important. Okay, well, I wish you the best of luck, designers, and I can't wait to see your awesome logos.